Hi there, it's Tania from Tatty Treasures. Hello. So I'm back with this journal again. So it's the vintage blue. I think I've shown the kit most videos, so I'm not gonna flip through it again. So we did the cover, you know, the bare bones of the cover in yesterday's video. So that's going to be the outside and that's the inside. Obviously I got a bit excited in a few places with the gilding polish, but that's fine, it will blend in. So that's going to be the outside, and we're using this as the main kind of cover thing. So now I've put this 3-inch spine in. It's obviously too short, so my thought is I could either have it the right width, length on the front like so, and then it would be that much from the end at the back, which I could put other laces down, or I could do it that at the back and have the shorter piece at the front. So I've got some laces out and things, so I'm going to have a play until I decide which way I'm going to go. Therefore the topper, so we'll play with those after. So my first thought was, I've got this, I think it's from a tablecloth or something, and you know, I could put that down the side and then put that over like so. So that would be like that, and then maybe build that up even more so. So I quite like that. I probably will go with the shorter one at the front. So let's just flip that back. I've got this very pretty piece of lace, which isn't quite tall enough, but if I'm layering it up, you know, I could have that at the bottom and something else at the top, or you know, vice versa. So that would kind of be there. I'm gonna have to keep flicking this over the top just to get an idea, which that would be very pretty. I've got this beautiful blue here, which I thought I could cut it down into two, and then I would have that middle piece as well. So I don't know if that would be wide enough. It'd make it really thin, wouldn't it? But then you would have that at the end, and then you would probably see some of that and then that, or I could go crazy and have the whole thing done. Again, I think this is a bit too short, but I could fill it in. I think that's a straighter edge. And I like that it's all freighted. Yeah, that's nice. Like so. And I would want something up there and down there, which I could. I could just put the crocheted there, or I could go a little bit thicker. Lightsaber, I'd probably do it underneath, and I could bring that all the way. Like that. I mean, I could even take it all the way. I don't actually think I'd have enough. Oh, I would, to do both sides. Yeah, that's an idea for the for the top and bottom. Oh, cracky, it's longer than I thought. I'll leave it there, it's attached to something. I've also got this pretty piece of lace, which is obviously then keeping with the beigey colour, and that is obviously long enough, and then I wouldn't do the all the way round business. I do really like that. Yeah, I do like that. Right, so I'm going to attach this, and we'll just see what happens. We'll build it up a bit at a time. What have I just done with that? Who knows? So I'm just going to go around these edges like so. I wonder if it's ended up underneath the book or if it's gone on the floor. Somebody will have seen. So I'm using the clout. It will stick the lace down fine. It just takes a little bit longer than the Fabri-Tac, but it doesn't leave that shiny residue underneath. Is it in here? No. Is it under here? Yes, it's there. Okay. So let's get it the right way, which is that way. Yeah, so I'll just trim that to straighten it. Okay, so I think I'll start gluing this on from this side, and then whatever's left, that's as far as it'll go, if that makes sense. So I don't know how well you can see, and I'm sorry if you can't very well. So I'll go around the edges and I'll go as far as there, like so. And then I'm just going to go like that, and hopefully that will be enough to hold it. Can always go in after, you know, just with the tip of the art glitter. So I do fancy that going over, which will make the front even shorter, which is fine because I can fill that in with something else, but I think that will look really nice over it. So let's make sure that this is so I'm looking at these holes here and lining that up with this, the edge, not the edge, the edge where the paper finishes. Okay, let's lift that up. Let's just lift it up a minute. I think that's pretty straight apart from that bit. And I've done it that it hangs over more at the top than the bottom, which I think will let it sit better. Okay, so that's where we are. I'll just pull it back a little bit. So I'll go across this top. I'll go part way, and then we'll see what we need to fill, but I want to be able to lift it up so I can put whatever it is underneath. That's probably plenty. Oops, got my ribbon in it. Okay. So I'm going to just get this blue back out again. I like that there because it just ends just at the end of there. What do I think? So that'll be cut off there and there. Right, let's see what I've got in here. So I'm thinking I need to kind of patch the top up a bit. They're all a bit too white. Ooh, it looks like a wedding sleeve. Or I could obviously, if I'd have known that was there, I'd have used this piece, drift on the whole lot. I might stay with this vintage colour, to be honest. So I'll snip that just there. Yep. Okay. If I do it that way, that's a bit more pretty. And then I'm going to cut that along there because that will just be easier for me to follow. So I have tea stained this. I think it was a bit of a creamy colour anyway, but I have tea stained it as well. Okay. I don't actually like it. That's surprising. Yeah, so I'm going to go with the blue. So let's put this back in like, that's really surprised me. So we'll put that there. Do I then, or do I want to go back to the original, but obviously not do it all the way? No, I don't think so. I mean, do I need to do anything? Let's just bring that forward. Yeah, I like that. Let's just move that up to the top, because that's longer. You can't really see that that's shorter. So I'm going to stick that right at the top. Okay. Dab, dab, dab. I think with covers, I don't know about everybody else, but I think unless you're just doing, you know, just covering one, even then, I mean, if you're putting a topper on and stuff, I don't think you can have an actual definite how it's gonna turn out. I do, for me, they definitely develop. Let's just make sure that that's I think that's fine. Let's bring that up a little bit. Okay, we'll obviously add some more blue onto the front. So let's, before we definitely stick it down. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, so let's get that stuck down. Okay. Hope I'm still videoing. I can't see. I've lifted the screen up and I can't see the screen, so I'm just thinking I hope it's videoing. I'd been having the screen down lower, but a lady had said that she couldn't see anything. I think my hands must have been you know, totally in the way with being so close. So I thought I'd best go a bit higher again. But because I'm, you know, changing rooms soon, and you know, I'll have a different setup and all the rest of it, I've kind of not been thinking about what the camera looks like. And you know, the stand's quite broken now and the lighting's in the wrong place, so yeah, it's so I'm just gonna pop a bit of glue on those edges. Okay. Yeah, I'll just leave that until it's totally dry. You won't see, well, hopefully you won't see that glue once it's done. Right, so I'm just going to put that to one side for a minute while we just think about the topper. And I'm going to bring my camera down slightly. And I'm going to put my glasses back on because I took them off and not really realised. Okay, so I've pulled a few photos out. These are Tim Holtz ones. So I thought any of these lovely ladies would look nice on the front. I've got some different frames out. So I've got a wooden, well, chipboard one there, a couple of kit ones. These are stickers, which I would probably put onto card. I don't know. We'll see. I'm hoping not to use those. I'd prefer to use one of those, but I got that out, just, I don't know why, but I just did. So that's those. Then I got some William Morris postcards out, because I thought, you know, that photo frame, other things behind might be a nice look. So I've got various blue ones. They've got a bit more colour in. And then if I was sticking with the, you know, vintage colour, then I've got that one. So that's that. And then I've also got some bits of material, because I thought if I didn't go for the postcard thing, you know, I could layer something up on some material, or, you know, we can use the material behind something. So these are you know, upholstery samples. I think Denise sent me those. That's a piece of material. Again, Denise sent me that. I'm not sure if that was one that I got or if Denise sent it me. I think it's one I got. And then some bits of material from you know, journal covers that I've made in the past. So we've got that one. We've got this like an Aztec-y thing. Was that it? Yeah. Yeah, that was it. And this piece of vellum. I've obviously got tissue and tea bags and things like that. And I've got, you know, some netting, and I've got some tea stained. This is actually gauze, but yeah, I forgot what we normally call it. So that's what I was thinking of doing the main focal point with. I'm sure there was a different photograph somewhere. What was a bit smaller? I don't know where that's gone. No, can't see it. So I'm gonna have to bring the journal back in on, so I can put all these things. There's that. Okay. So I'm just gonna tie it together a minute. That's nice. Lovely. So let's look at the photos. They're all the same size, aren't they? So obviously size isn't going to be a difference. So we've obviously got a long shot. I'm liking hair on it. Let's just go with that for a minute. So if we went with, you know, I can obviously cut this down. It doesn't have to stay that size. Kind of liking that. Keep that to one side. I don't think that's gonna, no, it doesn't do anything for me. Neither does that one. I think out of the plain ones, probably that, but no. Yeah, I think that's my preferred one. So let's just move those out of the way for a minute. We've picked a photo. So let's have a look at these frames. So I don't think I'd want Morris on Morris. So that's a no. I'll have to obviously cut the picture down slightly. I think that's a no. And then these are the sticker ones, which would be fine actually because they're going to be on top of this postcard, so that would give it some stability. It's quite nice, but it's all very dark, isn't it? No. No. Maybe, because I would be able to ink around the white. I'm kind of liking that, so we'll stick with the two for the moment. And obviously, if I use that one, I'd have to cut it down. So no, and I want to go more like that. And then see, I could have some material. I mean, that's pretty much a good match for that. So I'm going to cut around. Let's just cut around here just to give me a good idea. Like that. And then let's go like that. Just cut this off. I think I will probably end up going with a vintage one and going with a blue material. I can cut big threads off after. I suppose that's more the middle, isn't it, than where I was putting it. Where's my picture? Just here. Go for the dark. I'll go for that for the light. Might have to ink those both up and have a look which I prefer. I think at the minute I am preferring the darker one. It needs a lot more layers, but I'm pretty happy with that. Do I want to take that down? Because I could put a book plate there. Right, I think I'm going to go with this combination, and then I can get rid of everything else what's laying about. Now, I was thinking about putting that on, wasn't I? Which I could put there or down the spine. So let's have a look at that, and obviously that brings a bit more of a pop of colour in. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So I'll keep those up. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to use the darker one. I could use the William Morris one because I'm not using the William Morris postcard. Obviously, yeah, I'd cut that off. I'll just cut it now. Oh, I'm going to fold it. I keep the flaps on them just in case I want to use them as a flip out. It's not very straight that, but so here's that. I've got this material. It's quite nice though, isn't it? Reminds me of spring. It's looking what that looks like. I bet you won't be able to see it this angle. I think I like that down the side. Yeah, I'm going to connect that there. I can't make my mind up between that and that, so I'm going to keep that one out as well. It gives it a total different look. Do I want to keep some of this out? Yeah, I might do. And somehow layer it on. Yeah, I'll keep that out. I think the other colours are going to be, that's too bright, so is that. I don't think I was ever going to use that as tacky print. Yeah, and I don't want any more of that. So I'll be back in a tick. Okay, I'm back. I don't know where I've been. I can't remember what I said when I pressed pause, but yeah, I've been gone quite a long time. So this is what I've come up with. I really like that. I don't know if I want to add anything else. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have that there. I do think I'm going to have it on the edge, because I think we did that on video. I put it there and that looked nice. So I want to make, you know, a bit more of this. I thought I'd got some not serviettes. Why can't I think what they're called? Doilies. Maybe I just haven't got any left. Because I don't know if to, you know, add some other lace as well. That's pretty, but it's too white. I've got that. I mean, I don't mind that. I think that's a nice contrast. They're all white, aren't they? That's the same. That's too white. I've obviously got that, which I was going to use originally down there, and we've got that, so I've got plenty to see. Oh, is this something here? Oh, that's the end of something. Let's keep that out. I don't know if I've put them somewhere different or if I just don't have any. They're not really things that I do use very often, so maybe I've used them and, you know, just not bought any more, or yeah, I've put them somewhere and I don't know where they are, but yeah. So let's have a look at these. Okay, that one out. So I do like that one. I do think this still needs something, another layer. I think that's too light next to that. So we've got this, which was part of a blouse. Now I would keep it long and not stick this bit down, wait till I've sewn the signatures in and then stick that down over it, and that would hide the stitching. Not that you've got to hide the stitching. Quite like that. Definitely needs some more blue on the front. So then with that wedding-y bit, no, I think it's the shine that puts me off with this. This is beautiful. I don't know what this is or was. And I don't want to cover too much of it. So yeah, I like that. And then that would cover the back. But I think that probably just blends in a little bit too much. Let's have a look at this one. So I could put some ribbon down it, you know, some blue ribbon, just to bring some blue into it. I don't think I've got any thick blue ribbon. That would be no good, because by the time it had covered there, you'd just have this bit. But that does add interest, doesn't it? I don't think it particularly adds anything. So if I was going with anything, it would be this one. So let's just put this back a minute. And like I say, there's enough for that to go around there. Right, what have I got? Ooh. I think that's too bright. Yeah, too bright. See, that'd be a nice colour, but that's well, let's have a look what it's like when it's open. I think it's a square rather than a strip. That button's just snapped because it was only a mother of pearl one. Oh, okay. I mean, obviously it wouldn't, you know, it'd be a lot neater. I'm just looking colour-wise. No, I don't like that. But maybe underneath the picture and stuff, so I'll just leave that there. Could really do with something else in that colour. No. Let's have a look what the navy looks like. No. So yeah, I think it does need to be that colour, but I definitely haven't got anything that colour. I'll just have a look again in my blue stuff. That's green. No. No, is that, I suppose, what, I don't think you see that very much. Let's have a look in there. I've got stuff everywhere now, all over the floor. think that's probably why I don't use lace in that a lot. Now that's a very similar colour. It's like an icy blue. No. Oh, it's a bit darker. No. So I think that needs to be plain, and I need to add something to this. I think it's with having that strip there, and then if I'm thinking of having a strip there, I think it looks too blocky. So I don't know if I want something. I don't think I want anything in between that layer or that. I think it would be underneath there. Now I have got a bit of frill. I could add that somewhere maybe. It's a little bit too bright, but oh, that's pretty. I don't know if I could add that onto. Let's find the end. What do that would look like all the way? I don't know, but I like it at the bottom. Right, so I'll keep that out. Is that the same? I don't think it is. I think it's slightly different. I don't know if I'd go for that icy blue. Or I could go with that. Like underneath the postcard. Like so. That there, that there. Yeah, that might do it. I think it will. I'm still going to have that on here, but what I might do is just have that where that's sewn there, just have that right on the edge. There. Right, so let's I'm going to remove this again for a sec, and I'm going to attach this to the back here. So let's cut this down. Let's say now I could either, oh, I've got this as well. I forgot about this. Huh. See how I just threw that over there? Yeah, let's bring this back, and I've totally forgotten about this material. Yeah, that's better. The only thing is, it really goes in. So I might cut that a little bit just to straighten it. I don't know if that will tear. No, it will ravel, won't it? Oh, that's not very good. I ought to have done it with the knife. Still not great, but I think it was better than it was, she says. I think I will get my knife in that and cut that, but for now it'll be fine. Yeah, I like that. Do I want that underneath? No, I don't think I do now. No, I didn't know if to do it higher to put a book plate there. Do I want some of that like coming down there? No, I think that's a bit too much. Maybe putting some of that fine at the back of that will just give it some, I don't know, like movement, sense of movement, so it's not just a, you know, some squares. Terrible at ripping layers. So that would be there. That would be there. Let's cut it like that. Okay. Just fold it out. It probably wants to come in a lot more, but for first go. Yeah, I like that with it being underneath. And then I think I'm going to put some different lace. What about? I'm just going to cut that down. And maybe cut this down here. And I think I might like that. Yeah, and then might I want another one down here? Well, let's just cut cut one a bit down and see. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking that. I might not put that down the side. I might just put something on. Well, if my stitching turns out all right, I don't need to hide it. But I've got the option to put lace down there if it doesn't. Yeah, maybe I might see what that looks like with a bit of ink on it. So, and do I want this under or over? Well, first I'm going to get this down. I don't know. I might do it with a Cosmic Shimmer. That's I mean, I'm not gluing it everywhere because obviously the postcard and stuff will hold it down. It's just really, you know, holding it a little bit at the sides just so it doesn't, you know, waft about, but we don't want it totally stuck down. Ooh, whoops. Whoops it is. Right. So now I'm going to have it that way. So the frillier sides there. Okay. Let's get the positioning right. I'm not gonna do it flat. You know, want it a bit more scrunchy. Okay. So the blue's going to be next, isn't it? So I need to work out if I'm going to have, oh, they're the end bits, if I'm going to have this underneath or over the top. So that's the bit I'm trying to hide. So I think that one, I'm going to have it inwards. Yeah. Right, this one, I'm going to put it down with the clout. This is the next layer, isn't it? I think it is. Okay. And I will be putting plenty of glue onto the postcard, so it will, everything will get held down. So it's a bit hard to see. Oh yeah, I'm not straight at all. Let's have a look at that. I'm just holding it away from myself. I think it needs to go higher. Sorry that there's nothing on the screen. Okay, then that would be the next layer after these bits. So that's going to go like so. Yeah, I like that. Apart from all these bits, but any bits what are hanging, I can cut off after. Oh, I said I was going to use fabric tat, didn't I? Next layer. Oops. Okay, let's bring that forward a little bit. And where's the other one that I cut? Is it on this side? Yeah. Might have that. Or do I want it at the top? Or I could go like that. That's fair. No, I'm not keen on it like that. I think I want to move it up. Honestly, there's fluff and bits everywhere. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Right. Let's have a look at this. Maybe two's too many. Let's cut one off. do that. Okay, I'm going to put the lid on this then and use the Fabri-Tac, or I'll just keep using the clow. Where's the lid? So I think before I go any further, I'm going to go in where I can with this. Probably should have opened it out and then I'd have been able to press it right down. Okay. So Fabri-Tac, and I'm going to totally cover the back of this postcard. Let me just take it to the side. So get right in those edges. So by the time I come back tomorrow, I'll get the signatures sewn in, and then we'll be, you know, adding tip-ins and pull-out things. So I can go around with the scissors and cut any hanging bits off. Put my hand in here. I don't think I've ever done a cover like this. This is quite, you know, feminine for me. Right, and then I'm going to have this vellum, aren't we, next, which I'm going to do it at an angle, and I'm just going to put glue in the middle. Like so. Okay, yeah. Now I'm going to pop that there. And this is where I need to decide, do I want something at the back? So I'll just cut a bit off, because, you know, we can use it somewhere in the journal. So do we want, you know, not as probably as big as that, but do we want something like that? diamante, hadn't I? And I've got that seal. I don't know about those yet. Maybe, we'll see. Not sure. Did I cut some of that off? Is there anything in here? I don't think so, not in that same like colour. No, that's then all wool. It's a shame like the navy didn't really go. It might now. Let's have a look. No, I've gone off that. Right, so there's something in there. I mean, I've loads of bits of lace. That's pretty up there. Which I'm surprised about because, you know, it's total different colour, but quite like that. Oops. It's got a bit of a bluey hue to it, that has. I've lost my piece again. Maybe that is just too bright. It looks okay up there, but on here, I think that looks better. So I'm just gonna put this down this edge and catch that. Where's it gone? Okay, that's the right side. Yep. Yeah, I do like that. Not sure about that shining out. I've gone off it a little bit. Right, let me have a dig around the table. Got some grey. I do like that, but I think it's just dulling it down. Definitely don't want the navy. Some crocheted here. Don't want any more of that. Ooh, this could be nice, couldn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna add that somewhere. Or I've got this one, so I'll keep that one out. Don't want the blues. Got some little applique there. It's another quite old fine piece of lace there. Got some pearls which I would like to add. I'm going to pop those back into that jar. We've used that on the back, haven't we? Yeah, that's too white. There's that. Got that gold applique as well here, so I'll keep that out. That can go over there, that can go over there. I'll keep that out for future. Ooh, that's a nice little bit. I don't think I want that, no. That's way too bright. That can go over there. Crikey. Right, that's for the scrap. Can go in there. Right, that's better. I can see what I've got left on the table. Okay, what time are we on? Oh crikey. So yeah, we've got that other piece of vintage lace, which I think I'm gonna half that. If my scissors will allow. And I wonder about going across this top with it. Let's just do it, because I think otherwise I'll not be able to place it there and have a look, so without gluing it, so I'll just pop it down. So we'll do that one. Away. There. Let's have a look. Yeah. Okay. And that can go there. So look at that. Oh yes, I like that. Okay, so I'm going to cut this bottom off. Sorry if I keep saying the same thing, but and then I've got that. I'm just thinking about cutting one of these off and placing it as the middle for that other one. Don't think it wants going there, but I might be able to incorporate it somewhere. But yes, I do like that. So I'm not going to add anything else to the back of this, so I can put this down now. So get in there. Oops. Time to stick. Just wants to naturally bend around. Okay, I just need to lift it up. that's that bit, isn't it? So I could have that right at the bottom of the frame, which I like, or up there, which I also like. I'm going to go there. So I'm going to put the glue on here, like so. Pop that down. Yeah, like that. Might just put a little pop there just to secure that a little bit more, and on that, just the smallest bit, just to grab it. Okay, where is that? Oh, I like that there. Or we could go, oh, yeah, I think for now I'm going to let it sit and just get out, you know, anything that I possibly do want on this front. I definitely obviously don't want that on the front, but I'm going to adhere that to there, because I do like that there. Could even have it higher. Yeah, you can't see, can you? I'm really sorry. I can obviously show you, you know, when we have a proper look at it next time. So yeah, I shall leave it there. Like I say, just get out the things that I might possibly want to use, and I think it just needs a bit of, you know, chess, just moving things around. Obviously need to cut this off as well. I'm not going to cut it right to the bottom of the book. I'm just going to take it to there. Okay. Okay. And then I think the top one's trimming a bit. But yes, for now, because that's exhausted me. Yeah, I shall come back tomorrow and finish that part off. And yeah, I'm probably going to have to use the Fabri-Tac to glue some of this down, but for now, that's fine. Love this. I'm glad I did that with that. And look how pretty it looks from the inside with all that around it. So thank you for joining me, if anybody's still here. Yeah, I will be back tomorrow.